Guys, before we start this kayak modifications video and the dirt bike video, I wanted to show you this buck I got. It's an 8-point, got in during archery season. I got the European skull mount on it, and this board is pretty cool. It's shaped like an arrow, so I put this on the wall next to my fish over here, palomino trout. So there's my fish, and there's my deer. I'll insert some pictures here. Alright guys, new bike, Kx250F. This is a great bike. I really needed this bike because my old bike was a 140 and I was way too big for it, and I always have to tighten the chain because like I said, I was too big for it. So I moved up to a 250 Kawasaki Kx250F. Starting out up here, we got these graphics, the Monster Energy on the fender, and then I have the number plate right here with the Monster Energy as well. And I have these right here for the suspension. These are Mid-Ohio Kawasaki, that's what it says on it. That's where I got my bike, and they put them on both sides. And also, this bike has PR2, not stock suspension. This is like after stock suspension. We also have the KX Monster Energy graphics here as well. Looks very nice. No number plate here. Might add one, I don't know. Down here on the swing arm, I have the PR2 sticker and the Mitten Cycle sticker. And then what I really like about this add-on on this bike is this right here. This is so when you put your boots right here, that like your motocross boots don't rub up against here. So this stops it. It'll save you a lot of wear and tear on your bike. Up here on the top of the bike, we have this Renthal pad with Renthal handlebars. But I like these handlebars. They're my height. Here's the turn it off. Got the clutch, and this is for racing. Get you a look at that. We have all these graphics back here. Guys, on to the kayak modification. This is a Future Beach Trophy 126 angler kayak, and I have made a few modifications to it. Here I have this anchor trolley system. I put the paracord and ran it through this back deck eye and ran it through this top deck eye. I did not put a deck eye like most people do down here because I did not feel like drilling into my kayak, but it still works great. You know, you just pull this top one, it'll go to the front of the kayak. That's pretty good. I mean, it sometimes slips up a little high, but it's pretty good. You don't need to drill. So now I'm going to show you what I did with my paddle. It gets annoying when you're out there fishing, constantly laying your paddle across. So I got some bungee cords and bungeed this thing. I don't know how much it's going to work or not. I mean, I don't know. It might work. It's just, I mean, looks pretty good, I say, if it keeps me from holding it there the whole time. So I did that little modification. The next modification was I had this Berkeley boat ruler. It was a sticker. I think I got it for a couple bucks. So I put it across there, so when I'm sitting down and I catch a fish, I can just put it right on there and see how long it is. So that's the third modification to my kayak. Now the fourth is this little milk crate. So what I did was I set it on the back of my kayak, and where these deck eyes are, I just zip tied it into place on all four corners. See, as you can tell, on all four corners, it does not move. It is very sturdy. And plus, these little cords right here from being underneath, I just put them up and it makes it even more stable. And inside here, I have a little net, my backpack. You know, I can just reach back and get it. And then I have this anchor. This anchor is a little bit smaller than my other one with a hook on it, which I can just attach over there to my anchor trolley system. So I have that. I put it back in there because this one is a little bit heavier. It's a lot more heavier than those two bricks. I might use this when I'm in a river, but I'm going to use this when I'm in slow current or mainly in a pond or a lake if I need to sit still. My fifth kayak modification would be these rod leashes. I've been in ponds before where I have bumped my rods and my rod fell into the water, and I'm lucky that I found it. But now I made these rod leashes where I just got a piece of string, tied it to this deck eye, and then tied it to a carabiner. And when you want to get your fishing rod, you just unclip it, you know, set your carabiner and pull your rod out. And I also did that on the other side there as well. My sixth little kayak modification would be this. This was a cookie container, and when I'm using lures out on the water, like say this lure, and I don't need to use that lure anymore, instead of reaching back and putting it in my bag, I can just throw it in here and slip that back under there, and then at the end of the day, I can take all my lures out and put them back in my backpack. So yeah, those were my 6 little kayak modifications. I might do more, not sure. I kind of made up some of my own stuff, like this little kayak thing. Most people use a clip, but I use some bungees. And the rod leashes, most people use like phone cord, but I'm not going to go out and buy phone cord when I can just use some string and use it just as well. And, oh, one more. 7th one, I suppose. I got this little clip, like a chip clip, and I put my sunglasses here. So, you know, you don't get your sunglasses smashed or lose them over the side of your boat. Those were some of my kayak mods on my future beach.